Sports Talk with Elite Wagers.
Elite Wagers. I am the host, Elite Wagers, and I'm back. Been away for a few weeks. It was my birthday last week, so went away on holiday. Went to see Chris Brown. Did little things with the family and things like that. But glad to be back. And we've got a nice way to restart the streaming again as well with the Club World Cup quarter-finals coming up this week. It's starting on Friday, tomorrow. And we've got 4 good games between 8 solid teams within this competition. I just want to reiterate the fact that I mentioned, a few things before the tournament started in the breakdowns I had prior to the tournament starting. I obviously mentioned the Brazilian teams would do well this year, and that solidifies what I said there with Fluminense and Palmeiras as well entering the quarterfinals this week. And then Al Hilal as well. I also mentioned that Al Hilal have a solid squad, and they do have the ability to make a deep run into this competition. I think this is their best opportunity to do that. Playing Fluminense, possibly Palmeiras or Chelsea in the semi-final as well. They could well make it all the way to the final, as I mentioned as well. But getting into this week, 4 solid games. Fluminense, Al Hilal on Friday. And then we got Palmeiras and Chelsea Friday night for me, which is Saturday morning. PSG, Bayern Munich, and then Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund as well. So 4 really, really good games. So I'm going to get into the fantasy side of things. And we're going to go to Fan Team. As normal, as usual, head over to Fan Team. If you're not already signed up, you can use my sign-up link, which you can find on my link tree, which will be in the bio to this, or on my Twitter account. Click that link. Sign up and you will get a little bit of a bonus for yourself as well. I think it's deposit £10 and get £25 completely free. So get yourselves involved with Fan Team. We're going to use this competition here, the Club World Cup quarter-final championship contest. £10 buy-in, 2.2k prize pool. 3 entries so far. I think they are actually all me. But we're gonna get down and we're gonna break down some positional players. But just before I do, some key opinions and predictions from myself this week. These are my personal opinions, obviously. I think it's gonna be very, very tough to find a clean sheet defense this week. Obviously, like I said, those four games here all could potentially see a lot of goals. These 2 teams full of goals, as are the 2 teams. These 2 teams are a little bit less on the goal side, but again another game there with some solid opportunity for goals. So yeah, plenty of opportunities for goals within this game week. I do have a little bit of a hunch that Bayern Munich do beat PSG. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt on that one. But yeah, a lot of goals within this game week. I think Al Hilal and Fluminense will be the highest scoring, and Palmeiras and Chelsea will be the lowest scoring. But I do still think there's going to be goals in every single game. So we're going to get into it, and we're going to go for the goalkeeper position. And I'm actually going to go for a little bit of a controversial pick, and it's going to be where is he? Manuel Neuer. He's been a solid keeper for most of his career. Obviously, he's one of those keepers that goalkeepers strive to be like. As you can see there, 7 saves, 4 conceded goals. He's only got 1 clean sheet. But personally, I do believe PSG will lose to Bayern Munich. They've played out 3 really, really tough games. As you can see there, Benfica, Boca Juniors and Flamengo in the last round, all fairly close. Boca Juniors and obviously Benfica giving them the hardest games. But against Benfica, obviously they lost, but they did rest 7 starters. Last round versus Flamengo was a lot more competitive, and it was a lot more competitive than the PSG versus Inter Miami game, which was 4-0 to PSG. Defence has to hold strong to stand a chance within this game. He's got 15 total points, and his form is 3.77. As you can see, he's got 3 points in 3 out of 4 games as well. But I think Manuel Neuer, he will get his goal peppered. As you can see there, 7 saves, 1.75 per game. I think his goal will get peppered. I think he's going to be a good option for a goalkeeper this week, and he could get those extra points on the goals as well, on the saves as well. Another goalkeeper I'm going to go for is Bono. I actually really like Bono. He has the most fantasy points from a goalkeeper in the game. He gets a lot of chances to save. 22 saves, as you can see there, averaging 5.5. But when you go back against Man City, he had 10 saves. 10 saves there. He had 5 against Salzburg, and then he had another 5 against Real Madrid as well. Obviously, that penalty save boosted his numbers as well. But as you can see there, his form 7.83. He's got 7 or more points in 3 out of 4 games. He's going to get points regardless of the scoreline in the game. This is a game where I think it's going to be very high scoring. I think both teams do score, but obviously, like I said, he's going to be in the thick of it, and he's going to be saving a lot of these shots. But Al Hilal do have the potential for clean sheets as well. They've got 2 clean sheets there in the middle, and they've only conceded 3 goals in total as well, and they were against Real Madrid and Man City. So hopefully they can get a clean sheet, and I think if they do, it's going to be Bono who keeps them in the clean sheets and continues this form here. So I'm going to keep Bono in there. We're going to move on to the defenders, and the first one I'm going to talk about is Reece James. I didn't have too much to say about him prior to this competition. He's priced obviously higher now due to some solid performances from himself. He's only had 1 clean sheet, but he has also only conceded 1 goal, as well as scoring a goal, which he did actually score in the last game. So he's only played 3 games. Obviously, he missed out of that game there. They rested a lot of players. These 2 games here against LA and Flamengo were as he came back from injury. So against Benfica, he played 80 minutes, which is back to his normal sort of expected minutes. I don't obviously expect a lot of goals in this game, but I do expect a few goals in this game. And obviously, Reece James has a very, very good chance of getting up there and providing assists and things like that. He's on all forms of set pieces, so corners and free kicks. So again, a higher chance for goal or assist points. But yeah, I think, like I said before, it's going to be hard to pick a defence that's going to be full of clean sheets. But I think Reece James is a good attacking option as well. He can get more attacking points within this game week. So the next one I'm going to go with is Cancelo. I really like Cancelo back from his Man City days. He's solid. This whole team is full of solid players, as I mentioned as well prior to the tournament. I don't expect a clean sheet in this game, but again, they do have the potential. Only conceded 3 goals. He's got 1 assist as well. I think he's only played 3 games. He played all 4 games. There you go. Back from injury as well. Back to his normal minutes for 80 plus minutes. 2 clean sheets in the middle, like I mentioned. 1 assist. But yeah, he's another one of those players I'm going to be playing for the attacking side more than the defensive side. He has 4 good games since coming back from injury. Obviously, the 4 games that he's played in this tournament. 1-1 against Real Madrid was a good result, followed by 2 clean sheets, and then obviously the game against Man City, which for him ended 2-2 because obviously then he came off. I expect a similar game in this one that I did against the Man City one with the goals being scored. Al Hilal going to be a problem for a lot of teams. They have potential for clean sheets, but obviously Cancelo is very attacking, and he could get some extra chance at points in the attacking side. He's totaling 18.9 with form around 4.7. So as you can see, he's got 4 or more points in 3 of the last 4 games. Another defender I'm going to go for, he's going to be way down here somewhere. He is here, and that's Svensson. It's hard to select a defender that plays against Real Madrid. He has been solid throughout this tournament. He's a left winger playing as a left wing back, so he does obviously get up and down the pitch. Obviously, as you can see, a goal and an assist. He conceded 4 goals in this tournament, but he does also have 2 clean sheets in Game 1 and Game 3. Again, obviously, the opponents weren't to the standards of Real Madrid, so we can't expect a clean sheet. But again, another player who I'm going to be selecting for the attacking opportunities. He will have a lot of opportunities in this game to create chances with 7 in the first 4 games. I am going to put a pause on Svensson for a second because I'm going to back it up with another player in a minute. So we will circle back to Svensson, but again, he is in good form. 6 points. He's had 6 points in 2 of the last 4, averaging 6 points per game. But I will pause him for just a second. I'm going to move on to a Bayern player for a second. Again, I think this is similar to Neuer. I think Bayern can win, and I think to do that they will need to keep PSG at bay and be defensively solid. Bayern's allowed 4 goals in 4 games. They do have the advantage in the head-to-head as well, with winning 4 straight against PSG and keeping 4 clean sheets as well. So I think that will be in the back of their minds. I think they will. I think they win this game, and I think it's going to be down to the defence. So I'm picking Stanisic over Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah's got solid minutes, obviously 90 plus minutes in 3 out of 4. Stanisic is the same. He came off in that first game. But Stanisic gets the nod for me. A little bit better on form. Obviously 2.9 isn't the best anyway, but again, it's going to be hard to pick a defender that keeps a clean sheet. But I'm going to go for Stanisic in this one as well. And then we're going to move on to the midfielders, but I'm going to circle back to that Svensson. What I was saying about Svensson a minute ago. So there's obviously a lot of opportunities for some good solid midfielders in this competition. But one of them I'm going to pick is Adeyemi. And I'm going to pair him with Svensson. Basically, both of these two play down the left-hand side, and they will face Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Trent actually struggled a lot against Juventus earlier in the week. He faced Yildiz and Cambiasso on the left-hand side, and he allowed them to consistently get across into the box. He was consistently beat by them as well. And obviously, with a player like Guirassy in the middle, if Adeyemi or Svensson get across into the box, Guirassy will score, and obviously that showed against Monterrey, where Adeyemi got 2 assists and Guirassy scored both. So he did struggle in the first 2 games. Obviously, 1.7 before getting 2 assists in the last game. It's going to be a difficult game against Trent and Real Madrid, but I do think Adeyemi and Svensson will succeed down that side. And I think one of them, if not both of them, will be able to create a lot of chances. Adeyemi does have 8 chances created in the last 4 games as well, so playing Trent could be an ideal opportunity for him to sort of get back into a little bit of form. The next player I'm going to go for is one I've not selected. Midfielder. Elise has been in my teams every week. I think he's an absolutely fantastic player. He is going to have high ownership. And obviously that's due to this 3 goals, 2 assists in 4 games, and when you actually go back, he hasn't done any of those in the last 2 games. So the first 2 games he scored 3 and assisted 2. Since then been a little bit of a dampener, but he is a quality player and he will be needed for this game if they are going to want to win, and I've been saying I think they do win. He will be asked to take down Nuno Mendes, and obviously Nuno Mendes has had a bit of a reputation for taking down these good players, Lamine Yamal, Messi, etc. So it's going to be a tough matchup on that side. But obviously he will be the guy, I think, that gets them a goal, whether that's an assist or a goal himself. He averages 1.3 shots on target per game, and he averages 2 chances per game as well. 28.7 total points with 7 form. So he's averaging around 7, and that's again due to those first 2 games. So if he can get into that form again, I think he's going to be a very solid option for your midfield. Next up is a guy who isn't. He is, well, his nickname's Cold Palmer, and he is actually ice cold at the moment. He's got 1 assist, which came in the last game. Apart from that, obviously the first 2 games didn't do much. But I do think he is about to kick into gear. I think the quarterfinals is the time where he's going to have to start playing his best. He's played 3 games, 82 plus minutes in 3 out of 4. But he only registered 1 assist, which was last game against Benfica. If Chelsea are to win this game, he's going to be the one they need to start playing the way we know he can. I think he's worth taking a chance, in my opinion. He averages 1 shot on target and 1 chance created per game, so he does get the opportunities a little bit. But yeah, he's not in the best form. 11.8 total score, form of 3.9. But again, I think this is an ideal opportunity for him to get into a game playing against Palmeiras. This is obviously a good chance for Chelsea to get into the final as well, playing on the weaker side of the tournament. So Cole Palmer, he needs to be back to his best. And then we're going back to the Al Hilal game. Why are you going back to defenders? And I'm going to go for Arias. John Arias. We'll call him John Arias. Again, back to this game, I believe there's going to be a lot of goals. Arias has been key for Fluminense. 1 goal, 2 assists in the first 4 games. He averages 1 shot on target per game, and he's actually created 12 chances in those 4 games as well. So he's been right in the thick of the action for Fluminense. A lot of the attack comes through him. He has added 2 clean sheets. Obviously, he doesn't get points for clean sheets. Oh, he does actually get a point for clean sheet. There you go. So he does get points for clean sheets as well. He's got 2 clean sheets within the first 4 games. Yeah, 1 shot on target per game, 12 chances created, which is 3 on average per game. He's a great option, and he's relatively cheap as well. So where is he? Midfielder. 8.7, so he's fairly cheap. He can go straight into my team. 26.8 total points, averaging 6.7 per game as well. Again, there's going to be a lot of goals in this game, in my opinion, and he's going to be the guy that threads that ball through to the next guy who's going to score for them. And then again, staying in this game, slightly different angle on a player. He's slightly higher priced than Arias, 9 million. But Ruben Neves, I've actually been rolling with Milinkovic-Savic the last few weeks. Obviously, I had Al-Dawsari as well, but he has been out injured, so I can't select him. So next best for me is going to be Ruben Neves, and solid player. He's played a full game in the last 4 games, 90 minutes in 4 straight, obviously extra against Man City. He does have 1 goal, 1 assist as well. He averages over 1 shot on target per game, and he does have a total of 10 chances created as well. He's on free kicks, he's on penalties, he's on corners, so added chance for goal points and assist points there as well. 21.7 total score, form of 5.4, and obviously you can see there he's got at least 4 in 3 of the last 4 games. So I think again he's going to be centre of the action for this game again. I don't think there's much else to say apart from there's going to be goals in that guy. I really do believe there's going to be a lot of goals within this game, and we might as well stick to it again, and we are going to go for Leonardo, and I actually do think he's going to be my captain this week as well. Again, there's going to be a lot of goals in this game. He's actually been really, really crucial for them without Mitrovic. 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 assist. Back-to-back games with a goal and an assist versus Real Madrid as well. Performing against these top teams. So obviously a goal there, assist against Pachuca, and then obviously a goal against Man City as well. He averages 3 shots per game, with 1 of those being on target. So he's getting a lot of the action, he's getting a lot of the ball, he's getting a lot of shots away. He's a solid option for a goal scorer this week, and obviously I would say he's a cheaper price, 9.4 million. But that's probably around the average that you want to be paying. There are obviously more expensive ones, but he is a good option. 22.7 total score, form of 5.67, and he's got 5+ points in 3 of the last 4 games as well. Another striker we're going to go for within this game is going to be. Oh, is he not there? Where is he? Oh, it's Cano. That's why. It's going to be Cano for Fluminense. And again, he's slightly lower priced than Leonardo. He doesn't have the sort of ability, if you like, as Leonardo does. But Fluminense's best chance at goals comes through him and John Arias. 1 goal, 1 assist in 3 games. He's got fairly solid numbers there in terms of minutes. He came off the bench against Dortmund, 86, 86, and 66 against Inter Milan. As mentioned, possible high-scoring game. All goals coming from all positions. Cano has scored. Obviously scored against Inter Milan. John Arias as well can link up with him well. He averages 2 shots per game, 1 chance created as well. 13.6 total score with a form average of 3.4 points per game. I think he's going to be a value option, if you like, within this game. Allows you to be able to afford players like this guy right here, Harry Kane. I mentioned again, I'm going to mention it again, Bayern Munich win this game. Obvious choice for a goal scorer within this game is Harry Kane. He now has 3 goals and an assist after a brace in the last game. He's starting to sort of warm up his form a little bit. He is going to be needed if they want to score, and obviously him and Elise link well this season. He averages 1 shot on target per game with 1 chance created per game. As you can see, Boca Juniors game is where he got his first goal and the assist, and obviously he got a brace in the last game there as well. Obvious choice for a goal scorer within this game week. As mentioned before as well, they have done well against PSG in the last 4 games, keeping a clean sheet. I'm pretty sure Harry Kane did score in the last game as well. I'll have to recheck on that. But 23.3 total score, form average of 5.83. Harry Kane is going to be crucial for me in this game week. And then one final one I want to talk about quickly is actually going to be, I mentioned it before, it's going to be Guirassy. Obviously I can't select him with this, but he's obviously a lethal striker. He has 3 goals, 2 coming in the last game, 1 coming against Mamelodi Sundowns. Obviously the standard of the teams they've played hasn't been to the standard of Real Madrid, but he does average 4 shots and 2.5 shots on target per game, so he's getting a lot of the ball. He's getting a lot of opportunities. There was a game the other day he had 7 shots on target and he didn't score. I think it was this one here. Shots on target, 4 shots on target. He had 7 total shots and he didn't score in this game. So he's getting a lot of opportunities. Multiple games with multiple shots on target, and get opportunities there. High volume. He's the focal point of the attack. It's going to flow through him, as mentioned. Svensson and Adeyemi are going to be getting the ball into the box, into him. Total score 24.7 with form of 6.17. 3 or more points in all 4 games. I think Guirassy could be a solid option for your teams as well this week. So I've mentioned a lot of players, from goalkeepers to strikers. Obviously, it's going to be very difficult to put all the players that I put in, that I mentioned, into one team. So I've done 2 teams and I've split them up into different ways. Obviously, the price for this competition in terms of the total budget is 105 million, which is massive. So you can virtually get a lot of the more expensive players. You can virtually start Mbappe and Harry Kane together, and still have a decent team behind them as well. So obviously squad building budget is high, and it's an important part of this game week. So obviously be careful on who you select. But just drifting off the fantasy side a little bit, I'm going to be just mention a few bet selections that I've got, which sort of coincide with some of the players that I've selected in this game week. So the first one I'm going to go for, the first bet that I'm going to mention is Al Hilal and the Fluminense game. Just get it up here, and I'm actually going to go for Al Hilal to qualify. I've mentioned numerous times that I think they're a very, very talented squad. Why is that not working? I've mentioned numerous times that they're a very talented squad. They have a tremendous amount of ability within their team. You got Aldao Sari who's injured and Mitrovic who's injured, and they're still into the quarterfinals. They've got obviously Milinkovic-Savic, they've got Ruben Neves, they've got Cancelo, they've got Renan Lodi, they've got Bono, they've got a lot of Leonardo, they've got all these players, and I think they have the ability to be able to take down Fluminense in this game tomorrow night, 8 o'clock tomorrow night for everyone in the UK. So I'm going to go for Al Hilal to qualify, and that's going to be at 1.75, and then I'm also going to go for Leonardo to score or assist. Obviously mentioned 2 goals, 1 assist in 3 games. There is going to be goals in this game. I'm telling you, there's going to be goals in this game, and he is going to get 1. But you get the safety of him getting an assist as well, and that's going to be at odds of 2. And then we're going to move on to the next game, which is the Palmeiras and Chelsea game. I'm actually going to go for Palmeiras to qualify. Brazilian teams tend to do very well within this competition. Chelsea, are very mid in my opinion. They've had a few easy games, and I think Palmeiras are going to really, really struggle against Palmeiras. They're a tough team. They got a clean sheet in the last game where they beat PSG Inter Milan 2-0. It was Inter Milan, wasn't it, in the last game? So just have a look up here. No, it wasn't. It was Palmeiras Botafogo. They beat them 1-0, kept a clean sheet. But they're a very tough team to play against, these Brazilian teams, and I think Chelsea will struggle. I've got Palmeiras to qualify, and that's going to be at odds of 2.5, so you get plus money on that one. And then the next game is the big one. I'm going to go for Bayern Munich to win. I've got a future bet on these to win the whole competition. Obviously going to be a tough team to beat against PSG, who are treble winners, current European champions as well. But yeah, I just think Bayern Munich are the all-around better team, and I think they're going to want this one more. The head-to-head obviously favours Bayern Munich more as well, winning the last 4 with 4 clean sheets. And again, I'm going to mention Harry Kane. He will score or assist, and he's their best opportunity to do so. You can get him to score or assist at 1.85, with Bayern Munich to qualify at 2.1. And then the final bet of the week is going to be in this game, Real Madrid against Dortmund. A nice way to end the week, a nice way to end the quarterfinals. You would normally be excited for a Bellingham versus Bellingham game in this one, but Joe Bellingham is suspended for this game. But I'm going to go for both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. Both teams have been able to score. Both teams do concede. Obviously, there 2-1 to Dortmund, cash that bet. 1-0 for Real Madrid, but they do tend to concede a lot within this competition, obviously over there as well. And then moving up to Dortmund. But they do like to score. They aren't defensively solid at the back, either team. So I think both teams can score, and I think it will go over 2.5 goals. And then I'm going to go for Guirassy to score or assist in this game as well. Again, he's Dortmund's best chance to score, and he's got all these opportunities, all these shots on target and things like that, and only 3 goals. So I think he is due another goal. You can get him to score or assist at 2.4. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let you all create your teams for this week, and I'm going to wish everyone good luck. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to comment. Hit me up on Twitter. My link tree is in the bio. Click that link tree. You can get me on all social medias, obviously YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Twitter, anywhere and everywhere. Drop me a follow, drop me a message, like, subscribe, share. Help me help everyone else. Get this podcast and this show to a wider audience, so I can help more people win money in fantasy football this weekend. So I'm gonna thank you all. I appreciate everyone for listening. I wish you all luck, and I'll catch you later for next week's episode.